I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Hey, Dina.
Hey, Father Fish, how's it going?
Yeah, there he is.
Doing good. Looking forward to seeing some beautiful fish tanks tonight.
Right. Hello. Nice to see everybody.
Hey, guys.
Got quite a crew here already. What are you up to? About 40 people? About
Yeah.
40? Wonderful. Oh boy. Well, I'm sitting in my office. It's not the best situation because you really can't see any nice tanks. But I do have a surprise for you. I can put my camera through the little window in the wall and show you the tanks in the fish room. So that'll be fun. We'll do that in a little bit. The tank you can see off here to my right is the Amazon tank, the Amazon floodplains tank that we featured in a short video today, a 2-minute video. We're going to try to get to it tomorrow, get a light hooked up, and get some plants in it and maybe some fish and a heater in it, and see if we can begin to dress it up. So we'll try to do that tomorrow. Try to get the latest, but we'll get into that. So welcome to my new digs. I've got a totally ugly tank back here. It is the extremes of tannin, and then down below it, you can just barely. I don't know how I can show it.
The battle of the webcams.
That's a brackish tank, a brackish water tank, and I should mention, and I'll show you a little bit. The brackish tank, the big brackish tank, crashed 2 days ago. Lost absolutely everything in it. The pump went out. I had a high flow wave maker, and in the middle of the night it crapped out. There's a sump pump on it, but it was not enough to move the water, and as a result, we got a cascade crash. That happens when the oxygen level goes down to the point where one fish dies, and then another fish dies, and then another fish dies. And
Yeah.
you wind up with everything dead. And that's what happened. I got in the next morning, that was Monday morning, and it was white as milk would make it. So we got all the dead stuff out. We had a big clump of mussels in there. Had to take that out. And then I just got the pump working and turned it back on and let it sit there. And in 2 days, it cleared up. So I have not now decided what I want to do, whether I want to do it again. It means getting out and doing some collecting. And I've had a hard time collecting. So I might not do that. I might use this tank down here as the brackish tank, because that's what it is, and just put the brackish stuff in it. The one above it has a pair of gold severums in it, and they've been landscaping the place. So I just kind of let them have their way with it. But I need to do something else with that as well. So there is that. What you saw the side of, and we could, I don't know if we can get out there. Hold on a minute. I can do a little better, I think. Someone just came up. Vanita Holzer just came up. Let's see. Okay, we can do a little better here. So these are 75 cents and a 40Q. That's as close as I can get right now. But they're this is the front door. So you come in the front door, and that's what you see. And then go through this door here into the main fish room, and we'll do that. We'll do that in a minute or two. So let me get things set here a little bit, maybe. Oh. Okay. So we have somebody up. We have Vanita Holzer. Hello,
I
Vanita.
love that tank.
Hi, Father Fish. Hi, Dina.
Hi.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, my husband and I have done fish since we were for over 50 years, and always wanted to try a natural aquarium, but until now, there really hasn't, the information really hadn't been out there. We've been following you now for about a year, and this is completely your method, and this tank has been set up since March. This is our nano tank.
Well, it looks wonderful.
I love nano tanks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
What kind of fish do
I
you
do
have?
too. We have CPDs, neons, ember tetras, a couple coolies, some cherry shrimp, and I'm
Nice.
hoping to add some autocinculus pretty soon.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a small fish. It'll do well in there. It's a good choice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's a couple of really big pieces of wood back in there. I don't think you can see, but
I can see
and
it.
it's kind of yellow because it's near a door
Right.
with the sunlight. But we just love your method. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anita. That's quite a lovely tank.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you. And I kind of figured I don't want to show all of our tanks all at once, so I'll just come on every now and then and show a new one.
Well, that'd be absolutely delightful. You bet.
Yeah, but I don't want to take a lot of time in case someone else comes on. I just wanted to show you our nano tank, and then I'll come on next time too. And you guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you so
You
much.
too.
Bye
And
for
thank
now.
you for coming up.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love her nano tank.
Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Do you want to try to? Let's see if we can get into the fish room back there.
Hey, try it.
Oh, I gotta move some stuff around. Oh. And my mic is on the camera. So, see how much wire I got. Not bad. Not bad.
Hey, that's a good
Okay.
sign.
So these are
Oh,
10-gallon tanks. I have 4 of these racks with a 20 on the bottom, a 10, 2 10s and 2 10s. So that's the formula for these. Oh, these are neat. These are banded sunfish.
oh, those are
They're
beautiful.
a native. Some rummies, more rummies. There's some angels down here. Look at this. There's one of my all-time favorites.
That is a pretty fish.
Electric blue acaris. They're just such a stunning, stunning fish. Beautiful fish.
That is a beautiful fish.
They just glow.
That's what I was fixing to ask. They look like they're one of those fish that when in person they have even more of a flash and a glow to them than on camera. Because they look very, very flashy.
You see what's in there?
Yep,
2 little baby discus.
that's
And they're
awesome.
very happy. And some more acaras. These are the regular acaras and some electric acaras. And there's a lot of other stuff in here too, most of which is hiding at the moment. Let's see what's in here. Oh, I have a fish in here I know I won't be able to find. It's a dwarf dragon goby.
Ooh,
It's about an inch long. I have 2 of them, and it's worth your life to find them. They're so tiny.
I think I saw
Probably won't
movement.
get to see them today. And oh, here's something. These are pandawaru, and they're in a treatment tank. They came in, they're an extremely difficult fish to keep. Nobody has bred them, to my knowledge. I've been treating them, and every time I treat them, they get better, and then they get worse. And now they're getting worse. They've been better, now they're getting worse. They were in about 85 degrees, I think. It feels a little cooler than that. Need to kick the temperature up more. See if I can warm it up a bit. Pandawaru, they're a young fish, and I have some regular uwaru in a tank I can't reach, so I can't show them to you. But I'm just hopeful these guys are going to make it.
I hope
We'll
so.
see. Guppies.
Oh yeah.
Guppies. Mostly baby guppies.
hmm
What's in here? Some frogs. I don't know what else. And down here, some. These are honey gouramis
Those are
and
beautiful.
green neons in the back.
I love
So
green neons.
that's all I can show you up close right now. This is the other side of the room, so it's kind of more of the same. And then I've got these 360s and a 75 here, or something like that. I think it's a 55 actually. 360s and a 55. So let me put this back. Right.
Hey, the tour was awesome though.
Oh, one more thing I didn't show you. In the middle of the room
Mhm.
is a big pond.
Love it.
Big goldfish and some plants and other goldfish and whatnot in it. So I see they've been loading it up with air, which is probably a good idea. We got air going all over the place in here. Okay.
That's a beautiful pond.
Yeah, it's a couple of 100 gallons.
Yeah. I was just about to ask how many gallons.
Ugh.
I can tell that's a huge pond.
Right. Oh, right. It ain't cooperating. Ah. Cable's got a mind of its own.
Yeah, they do.
All right, I don't know. We'll go with that for now. The tank. Oh yeah, let me talk about this a minute. I can show you a little more of it. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Got the worm. Okay, so this is the Amazon. We put water in it last week with that trunk, and the trunk obviously is loaded with tannins. So I think what we'll do is a water change on it, try to get the tannins down, so we can look into it better. We're getting a light on it tomorrow. I'll start planting it. Need to figure out what I want to grow on the branches coming out of the water. Dina suggested air plants. This
Yeah.
is going to be a discus tank, among other things. We don't have air hooked up to it yet. We got to work on that. So still some things to do here. But we'll try to get the next step tomorrow. Will be the plan. All right, now I'm going to try to get this settled so I don't have to mess with it anymore.
Yeah, I think it'll look amazing with some air plants on it.
Yeah,
I think that'd be
so too.
perfect.
You're going to have to send me a bunch. I need Florida air plants.
Hey, I can do that. Especially since we've already got some storms headed our way. I know we're going to have plenty of air plants.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. What's going on? Diane, is there any plant I can put in with koi and a common pleco? You can do Amazon swords. That actually works fairly well. The problem with the common pleco is that they really are a plant eater. So it's very problematic. What you might consider is floating plants like duckweed, which will serve as food for the koi. And if you've got like an outdoor pond or something where you can grow it, then you can be dumping once a week, dump a net full of it into the tank. Yeah, plants are problematic with koi and with common plecos. There's just not a whole lot you can do. My suggestion would be Vallisneria and swords. You can do things like Anubias, which are going to hold up better. But the key to being able to successfully keep plants with big fish, not even plant-eating fish, I don't recommend that at all. But with big fish is to have as many plants as you can possibly afford to put in the tank. What happens then is the fish tend to work on one plant. They'll tend to go after one because once they break that shell, if you will, the outer edge, then it becomes more edible. And so they'll all go back to that same plant until they finally eat it down to the nubbins. By then, you can replace it. It can take a couple of weeks to a month to do that. And that becomes a pretty successful way. The other important option is, if you want to keep plants with big fish, is to put the fish in the tank when they're little. And the reason is they get used to living with plants, and they don't treat them as an enemy or as an interloper into their tank. I think one of the things that happens to big fish is they become, I don't know a good term to use. They become like a prison population. They become very rigidly territorial, very hostile toward anything new coming in. And typically, if you put a plant in, they'll just focus on it until it's destroyed. Whereas if you start them out as little fish with a heavily planted tank, they'll ignore the plants. They're not going to bother them at all. It's only that situation where the plant becomes the exception to the environment that the fish have a problem with it. A gangster mermaid. Gangster like gangster.
Yeah, Alex decided to nickname me the Gangster Mermaid because I sent him this cute little graphic I made of a mermaid I wanted to make for a t-shirt. Well, I wanted it to have a hoodie on. So it's a mermaid in a hoodie.
Yeah, I've come up with a new name for Dina. I think she should call herself the country girl. The country girl.
I like it. It's cute.
She's kind of a country girl.
Oh, I am, definitely.
There you are. Yeah. And Sistress is better, Serena. They're not nearly as bad. In fact, I have Ancestral in several of my tanks, and I don't have a problem at all. In fact, they eat the algae off the leaves. They keep the leaves clean, so it actually works out pretty well. Hey, Erie's here. Christian B just put today. I think it was today or yesterday. Yesterday, he put a box of bettas in the mail to me.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
going to get here tomorrow or Friday, so very excited about that. We're going to be probably separating them into lots of our tanks. We'll see how it goes. I have a lot of vats with plants in them that I want to be able to grow fish out in, as well as shrimp. So we'll probably put some in those as well. And the plan will be to breed them in food web tanks and natural tanks, so that we can get some babies naturally growing up. Should be a lot of fun. We'll see how it all works. Okay, tonight is show and tell night. So we're anxious to have you come up and show off your tank. Show us what you're doing. And share the joy. See what else is here. Sailor Red is in. Hey, Sailor Red. Father Fish joined on this phone with the StreamYard.
Well, you could
Oh,
open
yeah,
it
good.
on your phone. Yeah, that
Probably.
would be one way to show the rest of the tanks. Yeah,
Well, I don't know.
it might work.
The problem is I can't be near the camera because then I get horrible feedback.
Yeah.
I can't turn the volume off on the phone. So it becomes kind of problematic. Let's see if I can, I don't know if I can do it. Let's see if I can get on. Do something. Funny fish. I don't know where they are.
Oh, it's
good.
Corey.
Saved by the bell.
Right.
Corey's here. Hey, Corey.
Hello.
There he is. How are you?
Oh, I'm here. How are we doing?
Doing good. Doing good. That's looking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stab some more. There's the little black loach. I never see him.
Oh, yeah, sure enough.
Oh, he's cute.
Yeah, they are secretive
Yeah.
little guys, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they are. I rarely
Those
see any
electric
of
blue
mine.
cameras.
Oh, that's pretty.
Aren't they? Really nice fish.
I love the tank line.
I see you have Father Fish stem plants in there.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, we've been loading Corey up on stem plants.
That's awesome.
Glad to see them going to good use.
Absolutely.
Really. Pretty angel.
Yeah, it is.
They just spawned. So this one here and the veil laid some eggs on that leaf right there yesterday.
Oh, nice.
They were sitting this morning. None of them were there, so I'm not sure what happened.
Right, right. Well, that's a lot of activity to expect to have any eggs survive.
It is. I didn't expect to even see any ever, so it was cool to see them.
That's nice. Nice. Pretty tank.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of fish in there.
Yeah, I love this thing.
Yeah, it makes
It's a
a
shame
world
I'm
of
gonna have to break.
Really, it helps a lot with a lot of plants. Kind of breaks up the fish and allows you to see them in a more natural way. Very cool.
Yeah,
It's quite a mix too. He's got Malawi cichlids and angels and tetras,
Oh, wow.
all sorts of fish in there.
Wow.
Really.
We can go see cichlids if you want.
Sure.
That'd be cool.
Oh, all right.
Oof.
Just take a walk in here. Oh.
Erie wants to know how to control valve. You pull some out and put it in another tank. That's how you control it.
Yep.
treated as a mother plant. Bacopa.
That is cool.
The polypterus is trying to go after the cichlid babies. It just can't get in there to get them.
What do you have in
The
there?
mess.
Oh, the
A lot of cichlid babies. A lot. They're like all in these rocks. They're everywhere.
wow.
You really won't see them, but there's a whole lot.
Oh, look at this. Tank full of blowies.
That is beautiful.
My little buddies. Boop, 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 boop.
Water puppies.
Basically, yeah. They're like
Really?
my little.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah,
They came right to him.
they always do.
That is so
Spoil.
cool.
Spoil. Look. Mama's holding babies. She's about 2 weeks in.
Oh, yeah.
That is cool.
One of her little babies lives in, I doubt we'll see him, but he lives right in that little rock right down there. Every once in a while, when he sees something, you'll see him pop out and he'll race back in. There's the male. He's the daddy to him.
Nice.
He's beautiful.
Some really pretty fish in here.
You've got a lot of beautiful fish, Corey.
The sunshine's nice. That blue and yellow OB, he's really nice.
Malawi sick ones.
Ferocious. They're ferocious.
Malawi, I know. They are.
They look cute, but they are just a tank full of killers.
Really. Thank you, Corey.
You're very welcome.
See you in the morning.
You will. I'll get that discus tank fixed right up for you.
That's going to be fun. Looking forward to it.
It is.
I
I
can't
am
wait
too.
to see it finished.
Yeah.
Thank you,
All right.
guys. Have a
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Eustochio is here. We got your camera on. She had it on. There we go. Hi, turn your, we got you.
Hello, Father Fish. Good
Hi.
evening.
Hello, nice to see you.
I wanted to thank you because of the inspiration you have given to me for my hobby and for the fish keeping hobby. And I wanted just to show some of the things. For example, first of all, sorry for the accent. I'm from southern Italy, Naples, so it is not very. Napoli, yes. And this is a nano tank for the caridinas and yellow non-caridinas.
I see them.
Those are
All of
pretty.
them. Yeah.
Sure.
13 and then there is a corridorus tank, and everything I started without sand. Then I discovered your channel, and my life changed. And there is dirt, and then fine sand. And this has been a complete revolution for my conception of fish keeping.
Well,
And
it's very, very impressive.
Yeah, it is. I love what you've done with it.
and this is the last tank. Everything sand, and I've not showed up the dirt, but it's only in the center because of the plants. But I didn't want the for the aesthetics to see it.
Yeah.
And here, little Gararufa, and then there is a Crossocalius siamensis, the Siamese algae
Yes.
here with a crypto. fast-growing plants. And here are the phytostimulant lights. I just want to turn off the whole lighting system. Wait a second. And here is the tank with a little cherry barb. And there is a group of 8 here.
Nice.
Looks great. You got some beautiful tanks.
33-gallon tank. This is
Very nice.
only fishes from Asia, Southeast Asia.
Okay.
And also the plants. I wanted to create a biotope here.
Yes.
Oh, that is cool.
And that's all. I wanted to thank you again for for existing, Father Fish.
Excellent. Thank you, Eustacio. I appreciate your coming up. I love your tanks.
Thank you.
Nice to hear from
Goodbye.
Italy. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Dina. Goodbye,
Goodbye.
Father Fish.
Bye-bye. Very nice.
Yeah, those are some beautiful tanks.
Let's see. Serena Gwen. Let's see. Sandy Johnson wants to know why plecos are bad for the tank. Depends on the pleco. Now, I think I probably did answer that. Any of John left in the deep freeze for winter? Says there, I haven't heard. I don't know. I don't know. So, Sandy, I have plecos in many of my tanks. They're really not a problem. The difficulty is the common pleco, which simply gets too big. I mean, they can get 2 feet long plus.
That's a big fish.
That was reputed to be 4 foot. They're monstrous fish, and but there are so many others that don't get that big that are really quite nice. I just bought a few. I've got some I put in some of the tanks I was showing you. They're still pretty tiny, but as they get bigger, we'll be able to show them unless we sell them. And if we do, we'll get more. So yeah, I'm not opposed to plecos in tanks. There are some plecostomists that will eat plants. They'll actually chew a hole in the plant leaves. But I think that can be controlled with a better feeding regimen. Feeding them more fibrous material should control that. Silver Creek Wildlife. Hello, hello, Silver Creek. Ooh. Let's see. Silver Creek is putting together an art piece for the Father Fish store that we're enormously excited about. We've caught glimpses of it, and it looks really very exciting. So thrilled about that. Apparently, he's also framing it. So
Yeah, can't wait to see it.
And they won't ship it. So yeah, me too. That's exciting stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Tuger, good afternoon to you as well. Doom Pie is here. I think you're right, Christian. I think Eustacio has got it nailed. It's just looking very, very well developed. Mrs. Brown would like to show us a tank. Well, absolutely, come right on up. And I've got to get you a wrench. while we're on the subject. Yeah, please, Mrs. Brown, come join us. What are the dangers of fungi and other dangerous things getting into the aquarium when dumping water from creeks, lakes, etc.? First of all, fungi is not dangerous. Fungi is probably the least dangerous thing you can have in a tank because the only thing it eats is dead material. Fungus is one of the basic detrivores to break down waste. Without fungus in your tank, your waste would never thoroughly break down. So we can dispel that rumor. And I'll get back to the rest of your question in a minute. This is Dwayne Altland. Hi, Diane. I'm sorry. Hi, Diane.
Hey, Father Fish. This is my big guys.
Oh my, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
There's the big common pleco.
He's a horse.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. So what I would do is make that substrate about 4 inches deep of just
Okay.
sand and gravel. You can do a mix if you like, and just do it deep. That will go a long way toward helping to keep the tank clean.
Okay, because I have 2 inches of dirt, and then I think I got this sand, but yeah, I'll add another 2 inches of sand.
Yeah, at least. And if they move it around, add more. How tall is that tank?
It's just 2 inches.
No, how tall is the tank? What size tank
Oh,
is
the
it?
tank probably 2 feet.
Okay, good. So you could have 4 to 6 inches of sand without really affecting anything.
Okay.
I would just do a really deep sand bed. Just overdo it.
All right.
It's going to save you a lot of grief down the line because the koi and the pleco really are not going to root it up much, but they will some, and they'll get down to they'll get down to the dirt pretty easily. The other issue is by having more in there, it'll trap more waste. And they're big fish, they're going to have more waste. So it'll just make the tank a lot nicer all the way around. They look healthy. Everybody looks happy.
Yeah, they seem to be. Here's the big guy swimming here right now.
Oh,
That is a huge pleco.
Aren't they? Yeah. I just sold one.
He's about 18 inches.
They're really perfect for a pond, and they're an excellent fish to have with koi or big goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a bad mix at all. What size tank is that?
This is another 65.
Okay. Well, that's a good fish, a good tank to have them in. I think they'll be all right in there for a long time.
These koi, I spawned probably. Well, I didn't spawn them, but I did have an outdoor pond at one time, and they spawned probably 3 years ago.
Wow. If you put some floaters in there in the spring, they'll lay eggs in the roots of the floating plants. Early
Okay.
spring. and then you can take them out and hatch them out and grow some more babies. Looks good, Dan. Thank you.
Thank you, Father Fish.
Take care for now.
Okay.
Bye-bye, honey.
Bye-bye.
Let's see. We have Tanner is here. Oh, my. Hi, Tanner.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
That's a magnificent tank.
Yeah. It's kind of getting out of control right now. I need to pull
Yeah,
some
good.
focus.
Right. I see that. It looks wonderful. What
I
size
don't-
tank? What size tank is it?
40 breeder.
40 breeder. Yeah, that's the breeder is such a nice tank.
Yeah, well, I'm like real short and I have real short arms. So I had a 55 and I hated working on it because, you're wet up to your
Right.
armpits.
Right, right. Yeah,
So
the 40's an easy, you're right. It's easy to work with, and it's got enough depth front to back that you really can do a lot in it.
And it's perfect size for the type of fish I like.
Yeah, great angel tank.
Yeah.
Great ceramic tank. Yeah, absolutely.
My angels had just spawned like last week, so I stopped pulling the floaters out of it. And then last night they decided that they didn't want to have eggs anymore, so he ate them.
Oh my.
But I mean, he's a little male, so it's only his third spawn.
Cool. Well, at some point you can pull them out and grow some out separately. Get a population of them. Yeah.
But yeah, this grass is getting out of control. I need to rip it out. Have you ever seen this? It grows nodes upwards, not sideways.
That's funny. What's that? Yeah, it's a hair grass.
Yeah, and then the fish swim through it and they fly all over the tank.
Right. It's a tall hair grass.
When the filter isn't clogged, it would push them all around, but it's been clogged for like a month. I haven't touched it, so.
That's some nice growth right there on the bottom. That looks good. Yeah.
I have so much of it; it's everywhere.
It's really nice.
That was one of the hardest plants to get to start to grow, and then once I got it right, it's like nonstop.
Right.
I have it everywhere. I have it in bowls, in my cribs.
Wow. Very cool.
My 2 lone tetras. You know how that goes. You end up with one and they never die.
I know, it's true.
Yeah, so I have one neon and one rummy nose.
Neon and a rummy, right. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? That's kind of the way that works.
Yep. Alrighty, well, I'll let you guys get going.
Well, thank you, Tanner, very much.
Thank you. You guys have a nice night.
You bet. Bye for now. Let's see. Erie Lopez. Oh, Sailor Red's up. Let's get Sailor Red up here. And then we'll get Erie up right behind him.
Well, good afternoon, Father Fish.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, I just wanted to tell you about a pleasant surprise I had. I had this old decoration, the one in the camera, out in the garage, and I kind of wanted to make a coolie palace, if you will. Just something that a lot of fish wouldn't go into, and they could hang out in there. So there was a little bitty plant just starting to come back from something where I wanted to put this. And I went to dig it up, and it was just 2 little leaves, maybe a ½ an inch long. It had a root ball that went on for 3 feet. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but it was a monster root ball. I was highly impressed.
A lot of plants will do that. Cryptocorinne is famous for that.
That's my favorite. That little piece of Anubias. I paid too much, but I brought it home and it went right to growing, so I was happy with that. And there's my first attempt at a coolie palace, and there's, well, You can kind of see one moving around down in there.
Whole idea.
Yeah, there's about 7 coolies in here. I kind of like those little guys.
Me too.
But other than that, I'll tell you what, man, I was so happy to find your system so that I could quit feeding things to grow plants. I'm just very happy with all these plants.
Right. Well, they're looking really good.
That the one with the lily pads there, it had taken over the whole tank,
I know.
and I said you can't do that, and I cut it all off, even with the sand.
Right.
And here it is.
Yeah, you pull all those surface leaves off, and it'll grow these real pretty aquatic leaves.
Yeah.
Tiger lotus.
I love the plant until it gets out of control, but then you know what? You fix it, and ta-da!
Right.
Ta-da! All right, hey, I know I missed your birthday, but I'm gonna try and get something out to you. So watch for it in the mail.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
I'm out of here, sir.
Bye. Nice. Okay. Erie is here. Erie Lopez. Hi,
Hey,
Erie.
what's going on, everybody?
How are you?
Good, good. Just showing off those 30-gallon radiator slider in it.
Oh, cool.
So it's been tough trying to keep plants with the radiator in there. Just ripping everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a little baby musk in there. He's buried in there somewhere, but got a bunch of glow light tetras, guppies, fry everywhere.
It does make for a happy tank, but a messy one.
Yeah, it is. And she's getting too big, so she's going to get a bigger tank soon.
Oh, look at her. Yeah. Nice.
She's usually up here in the front, but she's she's coming.
Look at this. Look at this. Coming out to say hello.
Mm-hmm. She ain't shy.
Hi there.
And the funny story about this was we found her in the pool. So me and the kids went to the pool, and she was in there somehow, some way. I'm not sure how she even made it to the pool. So we got her out of there, bought her a tank, set her up, and she was about maybe an inch. And
So how big is she now?
she's about a good 4 or 5 inches now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
That's
So
fun.
she'll outgrow this tank. She's gonna get a bigger tank, and we'll go from there.
Cool. Looking good. That's a very healthy tank, Gary.
It is for the most part.
Yeah, I know you're struggling, but it really is a nice tank.
I've struggled with just trying to keep plants, but I mean, for the most part, all the Ludwigia has survived, and a couple of other ones here.
All of the floating stuff. You know,
Yeah, the red tiger lotus here has
plants,
boomed. I mean, I keep trimming it every now and then. So
most stem plants will survive as floaters.
Yep, exactly. I mean, look at this one here, just hanging out.
Right.
And starting to shoot offshoots everywhere. So she's going.
Good job. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Let's see. Here Jacob Wade is up. Hey, Jacob.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing amazing, man.
Oh, look at this.
I know it's doing really amazing. Look at the Sagittarius. It's all going to the top.
Looking good. How about that?
So is that hornwort. That's pretty nice stuff.
Right. Proud of you,
Yeah,
Jacob.
I was watching this one guy this morning, and I went and watched his live video and tried to give this man some good insight, like true knowledge that I've learned from you, man, because you don't find that no more, man. It really sucks, to be honest, because this man didn't understand what I was talking about when you use soil as your substrate and you cap it. This man thought I was tripping the way I was talking to him, and I'm only talking fish things that I've learned from you how to talk, you know what I mean? And this man and he works at a fish store.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's really sad because this man has some real beautiful tanks, and this man's missing out on true knowledge. This man has real nice, beautiful fish, artificial things, and he thinks that I don't know that because my system's going to work because I'm under like this dude apparently knows about a Father Fish method and thinks it sucks, but I don't understand why. Um,
That's because
Honestly, it's
why
been the
is it?
best.
There are two
It's
reasons,
been,
Jacob. There are two
huh?
reasons. Number one, he's never tried it. And number two, it would affect his job if he converted to it because the business he works for depends on selling all of the products that we don't use.
Right. That's what I was trying to explain to him, that if he listened to me a little bit, I could explain to him, and he didn't really. I don't know. He thought I was being like ignorant, and I wasn't. I'm not. No, I'm not about that at all. I was just trying to give him some good insight that he could pass down. Maybe a
Well,
little bit down further.
the
When he
problem,
learns a little bit more
The
about it.
problem, Jacob, is you're asking him to give up his income, his work, his job, because he would be out of a job if the shop he works at adopted this system. So he's not gonna be interested. He doesn't want to know because it would affect him very negatively. He's in a trap. And you just have to give people like that time and patience and let them go through what they're going through. And maybe someday he'll come to a deeper understanding. But right now, it would not advantage him to do it. He would be
Mm-mm.
at a
Oh no.
severe disadvantage. So, don't feel bad about,
Oh no, 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 no.
about him and don't
No,
judge.
I'm actually I go around and I tell everybody that I talk to, I'm actually very happy with the way my tank sits, and I've never been this happy, that when something makes you that happy just to come in there and sit and look at it, that means something in there is really nice, and that means I don't know, it just everything is I've never had one problem, nothing.
Yeah.
No, no, it's all in the way you build the system. If you build the system to work together, then your system will work together like it's supposed to be. The
Right.
only reason these systems have problems is because you introduce that problem. It's not designed to take on problems like that. That's why the system shuts down and it kills everything because it gets overwhelmed.
Hey,
Well,
hopefully
thank
you
you,
guys can hear me.
Jacob. Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jacob.
This plant's doing really well.
Yeah, my mic died for some reason. Everybody in the comments was saying that it wasn't working, so I
was
tried to fix it.
wondering who they were talking about. I
Yeah.
hadn't heard you in 15 minutes. So.
Yeah, I've been sitting here trying to fix it, and then I finally was like, okay, I just need to back out, come back in, and see if that fixes the problem.
Oh, that's what it was. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. So, yeah, I was wondering why we lost everything.
I need to put some of the cards and stuff
Yeah,
back
we'll
up.
have to put some cards back up.
Yeah.
We'll talk about some plants.
That sounds good.
All right. Well, guys, the price went back up on the stem plant deal. for two reasons. Number one, because anybody who was buying just the stem plant, nothing else, was paying the extra $10 for shipping. So that kind of worked out to be the same as it was. And the other issue is that we were doing so many of them, we were running out consistently. So I needed to get the price up in order to control sales a little bit. So it's still a heck of a good deal, but I'm just not giving them away anymore.
Yeah.
And I was kind of giving them away. All right. What is going on here? What else you got? Soil booster.
Yeah.
We have increased the material that's in the booster. We have added Leonardite. Leonardite, look it up. Leonardite is a mineral. It's an ancient mineral, an ancient volcanic mineral that's mined out west, I think in Utah.
That's pretty cool.
It contains a very, very high level of nutrients, including uranium.
Wow.
Now, it's not enough uranium to be a danger to anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it does have a salutary, that means a positive effect on plant growth. So it's kind of remarkable additive, and one that we're it's been picked up by a lot of advanced gardeners. It's only been mined, only started to be mined recently. It really has not been commercially available until very recently. A number of gardeners have been asking for it and supporting efforts to mine it. That's now being done, so it's available generally only in bulk. We buy it in 50-pound bags, and you get about a half a cup in your let's see, is it that much? A quarter of a cup. You get a quarter of a cup in your 2-cup formula. So we're real happy to be adding that to our system. We're always looking at ways to be able to boost the basic goals that we're trying to achieve with the soil booster. The main purpose it serves is to make sure that that soil does not deplete. You know, that was one of the major difficulties that Dr. Wallstead recognized with her one-year system, that having it open to the water column and having it based on simply what was in the soil, it depleted after about a year, which caused plant growth to then begin to substantially diminish. I saw somebody struggling with it in a new video today, a fellow from the UK, who's beginning to understand. He was wanting to be very supportive of Dina Wallstead, which is certainly an appropriate thing to do. It's a very critical scientific treatise, and one that's basic to understanding the effect of soil in the aquarium. Our efforts have been to resolve the two primary issues that she raised in her book, of depletion, both due to access to the water column, and due to simply inadequate nutrients in the substrate, which caused its depletion after about a year. So we've worked diligently to resolve those issues, and I'm happy to hear that in her new book, she is given credit to using sand as a cap in order to retain more of the nutrients in the substrate. So that's what that's all about.
That's pretty
And
cool. I
we're
didn't
in
know
our
about the
new,
new additive.
we're in our new store here. You see in this corner over here, for those of you who have just come on board, what do we have? 85 people here. This is the Amazon rainforest tank, which is going to be getting more work, more effort tomorrow. So we're going to try to get this put together and looking sharp by hopefully by the weekend. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, can't wait to see it finished.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Excited about it. So we need ideas about what we can grow on these branches coming up out of the water. So we're accepting suggestions for that. Dina's idea was air plants, and I think that's really an excellent idea.
Yeah, that'd be really easy. All you got to do is take the hot glue gun on low temperature, glue them to it, and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm thinking about an orchid.
That'd be beautiful. That would be
Well, we
beautiful.
can do mosses. We can do mosses on it. Lichens. Lichens would be good. We'll see. We can even have things growing up from the water column, growing up it, and growing from the branches down into the water. So it gives us some nice options. So we'll see how all that works out. That'll be fun. So we're halfway through our show for tonight. Oh, we've had.
On that long.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Yeah. My coffee went down the wrong pipe.
I hate when that happens.
Somehow I do it routinely. I don't know how or why. It doesn't go. It just tickles it. I think the flap doesn't close properly or something. I don't know. Anyway, what else is going on here?
Well, Spinster's sister was curious if you have live fish on, and that's the reason I was over here typing. I was letting her know that you do now have live fish on your website.
I do. That's right. Yeah, we've got a half a dozen and more coming. So we're going to be having more and more fish. Here's 3G.
Here he is.
Hey, hey.
And my favorite angels.
Good. Where are you? Let's see.
I don't know what just happened.
Where'd I go?
Right there.
There I am.
The wrong location. Well, how are these pink angels doing?
They are doing wonderful.
Bravo.
Just put a little bit of food in there, and you know, the first batch that I brought in, I put them in a quarantine tank that had no substrate. We just had seasoned sponge filters in it. And this time I put them in a dirty tank.
Nice.
And
it's amazing the difference it makes.
Seems to make all the world of difference. And
yeah, it really
I talked to a guy today that bought two. He bought a breeding pair of fish from me about a month ago. But he bought two of the glow angels last Friday, and they both passed away on him.
Wow.
And I sent him your way to told him to do your system, and they'd probably be good for him.
So, yeah, I just got a couple of pandawaru, which is an exceedingly difficult fish to keep. and I'm struggling. It gets it's susceptible to bacterial growth, like a velvet. If you know what velvet is,
Not
just
familiar.
the whole body gets covered in a very fine bacteria infection. It attacks. It's actually attacking the slime coat.
You said velvet.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I misunderstood you the first time. It didn't sound like you said velvet. Now that's why. Okay, I got you. Yes, sir.
My accent, right?
I don't know if you
So
noticed this.
I cured it twice. It goes away, and then within a day, it's coming back again. So I don't know what the deal is with them. I may need to drop the pH or something. They're a wild caught fish, and I've got them in pretty hard water. They probably did not come out of hard water.
Probably not, right?
They probably came out of pretty soft water. So that could have something to do with it. I don't know.
Well, these seem to be doing much better.
Yeah.
Sir? I was going to say, can you tell on this one right here, he's got a red cap.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
It's hot pink with a red cap, bright red.
That's cool.
That's a
Wow.
beautiful fish.
I have two of them. They're both right there. I have two of them like that.
Yeah. Looks like.
And then this one, this big one right here is a pearl scale.
Are they all males, you think?
It's a pearl scale. So, and I wanted to come up and ask you, is this going to always be your new time, or?
I think so. We wanted to be able to catch the European crowd better.
Okay.
And it sets it up earlier, an hour earlier for the West Coast, which is not beneficial for them, but they're kind of used to coming up in the middle of the afternoon anyway. Is it a problem for you?
No. I mean, the first hour I'm still at work.
Oh, okay.
And,
6 to 8. Yeah.
But I have time to get home and come up and hang out with y'all, so it's not a big deal for me.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Well, part of the problem was we were getting mixed up all the time. So
Yeah.
my simple brain could not hold two different start times.
I got you. Okay.
So that was part of the reason for doing it. Stan Pittman is here. Hello, Stan.
All right, Stan. Let me get out of here. Let's see what Stan's got.
Yeah, come on up, Stan.
Oh, I thought he was up. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. He's not.
I gave him some angelfish a couple weeks ago. I need to see what them angelfish look like.
All right.
Yeah, those
Well, I'm
pink
back
ones,
on
I'm
out.
in love with those.
I just want to give y'all an update on that and ask about the new start time.
Appreciate it. Thank you, 3G. Good to
All right. See you later.
Oh. River says it's 1 a.m. in Denmark.
Wow.
I know. That's why Tommy's never here. He goes to bed at 6 o'clock, I think.
Oh, wow.
So 2 yellow Pristilla glows today. Huh. Pristilla glowfish. Interesting. The first glowfish he's seen that he wants. Oh, Stan's having trouble buffering. Got it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm having trouble buffering or not, because on my end on StreamYard, I can do like this and I've got like a trail hand on screen. So I'm not sure if it's coming up that way on your end or not.
No, it's not at all.
Good. I'm not sure what's going
No,
on. Then.
It's no problem here, at least.
Good.
But then that's not on YouTube, so I don't know. Let me go up and look. Whoa. I've been having trouble with my screen when I get on a video.
Mm-hmm.
It goes black for a couple of seconds and then comes back. It's like it's buffering off and then coming back on. And if I move the mouse around, now it's not doing it. Well, I moved the cursor and it shuts off just for a second or two.
Wow.
Never done that before. I don't know quite what the issue is.
Yeah, that's strange. I'm not sure. Yeah, Sailor Ed said in the comments that I'm in slow motion for him.
Yeah.
That's a good way of explaining it.
That's why we do well together, Sailor. That's her natural pace, which is also mine.
That's funny.
We're both pretty slow. Stan says I'm a hillbilly, 3 miles off the pavement. Notice I said pavement. I said pavement. I didn't say pavement. I said pavement. 3 miles off the pavement. I knew about that.
That's funny. I didn't even notice it.
It's not hillbilly. It's hillbilly. It's a hillbilly. Yeah, hillbilly off the pavement.
Oh
God. Glory. Cowgirl at heart is here, referring to herself in derisive terms. Just set up her first tank. Didn't think about the driftwood floating. Well, it floated away. Sink it with a rock. Just put a rock on it; it'll hold it down. Now there is driftwood that will never sink if it's thick like that. It'll get an air pocket in it that will never reach the water. It'll be impossible for the air to come out. So if you have a piece like that that's too dense to be able to sink, you need to drill holes in it and then put lead in it or screw with a stainless steel screw. Put a hole in a rock, a flat rock like a piece of slate, drill it into that to hold it down. That's pretty simple fix and it works pretty well.
That's pretty cool.
Pavement and pavement. You might be a redneck, right? That's it.
It sounds the same to me, so yeah.
Pavement. He says if pavement and pavement sound the same, you might be a redneck. Right. Well, they do. Christian says hills are so steep here, everybody walks with a limp little on one side. And when you got to turn around and go back the other way, you go around the mountain.
That's too fun.
Wash them dishes. Wash them dishes in the sink. Right. With some hot water. Right. That's it. You got it.
That sounds so like my granny. Oh my gosh, that was funny. That was good.
Who's here? Shiva. Shiva Yasha.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, but it's also 1 a.m. at my place, so I cannot stay too long.
Where are you?
European greetings here from Germany. Yeah, I was the one asking for the anemone placement, but I thought I still want to show off my tank, even if it's not there yet.
Nice. Very
And
nice.
I'm not sure if I should put it on, because normally my fish is supposed to sleep, but they are not already, so I will just swap the lighting, to be honest.
Yeah, they're okay. They're out and running around.
Yeah.
You
So
have
yeah, this is my
some
first tank
mackerel.
ever.
Yeah, it's a nice
And
mackerel.
yeah,
Color.
I started with saltwater, but yeah, I just do love it, and yeah, my rock collection, and
Nice rock.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, I also, well, they are awake, so I can actually put on the big lights, I think.
Oh wow.
Then you see it a bit better. So yeah.
You got
That,
some red macro there as well.
yeah, here.
Yeah, macro algae makes it
Yes,
so
lots of
easy.
macroalgae. I'm
Yeah,
basically
it's
back here. I
wonderful.
have ferns. My coleopter is growing like
Oh, it's
crazy.
gorgeous. I haven't seen that one.
This one is
Wow.
as well. I have everything.
Cholera,
Oh,
yes, you
and
do.
this is from the North Sea. Actually, some friends brought me some sand and water. Of course, I don't live at the sea, so I have friends who bring me the sea to me. So that's
Oh,
kind of
wonderful.
cool.
So are these
So yeah.
all wild collected? The plants?
Yeah, they had a recent wash up when they collected.
Uh,
So they actually called me like, "Can we even take it now?" Of course, the
yeah,
damn
yeah,
thing is
yeah.
full of algae, and I was like, "Give it to me now."
You
So
walk the
yeah,
beach in the morning. You walk the beach
yeah,
early in the morning. That's right.
yeah. So
Nice. Very
my
nice.
my fish love all the cave systems. I tried to get as many in as I could.
I think that,
And
yeah.
yeah, fun fact, the little one is actually the dominant one in my pair. It's a bit
That's adorable.
The
ridiculous.
little one is the male.
No, actually, currently probably, but just from the pair and how they interact, my little one is actually the dominant in the pair. So currently he's smaller, but I'm not sure if he will actually be the male forever or if they swap.
Well,
So
they
that,
can change. That's true. Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. Anything I'm missing, what I do like is actually all my sand bacteria with all the pockets
Yeah.
from anaerobic and yeah. But anything missing besides the standard stuff like corals and whatnot. But it's just starting out, so
No,
I
it
need to.
looks wonderful. It's a great
Yeah, it
start.
does.
Coralline, try to get something with coralline on it so you
Mm-hmm.
can get coralline started. That'll be a big deal. I don't have any in mind, but if you can get, maybe somebody can collect. We just lost her, I think.
Yeah, I
No,
think
I'm
so.
back, I think.
Are you back?
Yes, I should be
We
back.
lost your audio. We got your, we
Oh,
lost
okay.
your video. We have your audio.
All right.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
far.
coralline will help a lot.
Okay.
And somebody out collecting should be able to find some shells or stones with it growing on it. And you can just put those in the tank and it'll spread.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nice.
You're tough, buddy. So
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I love those clownfish.
Yeah, he's my. That's why I think he's the dominant one. Besides other things like the twitching stuff, but yeah, the other one is shy and does random stuff up here. And this is actually my suicide snail, cause this one is a cereid and
Okay.
it's crawling up to everywhere. The
Nice.
other one is much more chill. So yeah. Well, anyways, I need to go to bed.
Thank you, Shiva.
So
Yes. Thank you for staying up.
yeah, it was fun. So have fun and don't do anything to your fish that you wouldn't do.
You did that. All right. Bye-bye. Nice to
Bye.
meet you.
Bye.
Sweet lady.
Yes, she is.
Ah. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Ugh.
I'm
So
not sure
what I'm
what's
trying
wrong.
to figure out is how to get set up out in the fish room.
Mhm.
and I haven't been able to work it out yet. I think I'm going to need, I was talking with a computer friend of mine. He said you need a gamer laptop.
Mm.
And I think that makes sense. So he's looking for one. I can't afford to buy one. Here's Stan.
Hey, Stan.
We'll give it a try, see how long it'll last.
Yeah.
Let's go. Those 3D's angels.
Nice.
Yeah,
These are
they're
the ones
pretty.
that have the extra fins.
Oh, okay.
I like freaks, so I took them.
Right.
Short tails. The bucket that had the angels in it had like 10 of those little paradise babies.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God.
I went ahead and put them in that bowl.
Funny.
Yeah. There's your turtles.
There's a little red there.
They're so cute.
Dina, they eat every bit of
Oh,
frog
yeah.
bit I put in there. They love
Yeah,
that
they
frog
will.
Did it really? Huh.
Oh, yeah. Mine
bit.
started eating duckweed, too.
I could put a bowl of it in there and it'll be gone within 30 minutes.
Amazing.
Yeah, it would.
Those little white platinum guppies that I got last couple weekends ago. You can't see them, but there's probably 50. Well, there they are right there. You can see a few of them.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I wound up with 2 males. Lost one. I've still got one.
They're not predating at all.
Huh.
Hey, that's good.
I moved my flagfish. I'm gonna start a second tank of those humpback libya. These are F1s, my first batch.
Oh, cool.
But you can see the male. Where is he? Right there. He's just a little bit different than the rest of them.
Yeah, right.
Man, when they start spawning, he lights up. It's all black. All his
Yeah,
fins
they do.
turn black.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
wow.
beautiful.
I started a little female beta sorority.
Oh,
cool.
nice.
There's like 4 of them in there. They're not
I think I'm gonna have a group of sorority.
Yeah. Oh, did you get that order?
It's in the mail. It's coming to me.
Oh, that's
Well,
gonna be awesome.
I got that black samurai. And I was in a PetSmart today, and they had a female samurai. I think I'm gonna go get her
Oh, cool.
and give it a shot. I've never bred any of them.
Samurai? What's samurai?
No, samurai beta.
Oh, the beta.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
wow. I don't
the
think I've
black
seen
and
that.
silver betas.
There you go. Nice.
These are 3G's King Kongs, and they're breeding like crazy now too.
Aren't they
Those are
pretty?
beautiful.
They're not preying. They're not preying on the fry either.
Huh.
Let me show you my backyard real quick, then I'll let y'all go. Reason I have so much trouble with the internet.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Where are you located?
I'm outside of Nacogdoches, Texas.
Oh,
Cool.
my.
But
Isn't that pretty?
that's a lake out there. I don't know if you can tell on the video or not.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness. How
Got a
wonderful.
boat ramp and a dock and all that. It's pretty cool out here.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, it is.
That's all I got. I just wanted to show 3G those angelfish.
Thank you, Stan.
Thank
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
Who do we have here? The little PB is here. Gotcha. Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. So I have some questions about my fish tank a little bit. So I feel like some of the growth isn't really as like thick and luscious as I would like, and I was wondering if y'all had any tips on that.
I think your expectations may be out in front of reality. that tank looks very lush to me.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
I understand what say. You want the valve to be filling in more.
Yeah, maybe some of the gaps to be filled a little thicker. Or
Well, get a few more valves and just plant them in there. That's a plant that seems to do better in a colony situation.
okay. And I actually have a question about possibly. I have a breeder net with a pregnant female guppy. I've never bred any guppies or anything, but I was hoping to. She's definitely pregnant. Do y'all have any tips on how to get some guppies going and stuff like that?
Well, if you can set up a little tank for the babies to pull her out, to have her drop the babies in like a 10-gallon tank and grow them out in that. That way you're not going to have any predation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might not be an issue in there, with
Okay.
the tank. You don't have a whole lot going on in there. So,
Okay. So is there anything other than maybe what I got going on I should, because I do watch a lot of your videos, and honestly, I'll thank you for all the videos you put out. Like, I love them. It's definitely helped me along the journey of the natural tanks.
well, thank you.
But yeah, well, I appreciate
I've got Jungle Val and Red Val available in my store. Get a few of those. That'll make a big difference.
Okay, awesome.
It's a type of plant that'll grow well. It'll be taller. It'll fill in that area more. I think you'll like it.
Awesome. Oh, and one more question. So I've had some problems. I did have a lot more fish, but some when I would add some, because I tried to slowly add some over time, and a lot of them kind of died off. I had probably 12 neon tetras. I had a few more guppies, and some of them just end up dying off like a few weeks after I put them in.
Well, it could have. Did they all kind of die off in one time frame?
Yeah, and then they slowly, like, these guys are the ones that are left. They look pretty healthy, but whenever I got a bigger, I probably had about 15 fish in here, 15 to 20, but now I probably have about 8 or 9.
It might have been a disease. You might have had ink and
Okay.
just missed it somehow,
Okay.
which would have killed everything, but would have taken the weaker fish before it died out.
Right. I still got this little guy.
Yeah, what's your temperature in there?
I believe it's set on 82.
Okay, it should be okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's hard to say sometimes why that happens,
Right.
but it's generally either a parasite or some kind of bacterial infection.
Okay. I got a little leaf culture down here going.
Nice.
Look at that.
Have you thought about getting micro worms for your guppy fish fry?
I would love any I'm still pretty new. I've been kind of learning throughout the process, and this tank's right around a year and a month or two old. And I've watched a lot of Father Fish videos for about a year before starting it, and I was pretty nervous to start it, but he definitely reassured to just start it.
Oh yeah.
So I learned along the way, and I'm still definitely just learning a lot. So I would love any more tips and tricks about this tank.
Yeah, I
I
always
think
keep
you're in
mine in
good
green
shape
water.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just add a little more variety in the plants. That'll
Okay.
make you happier about it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it really looks good.
Yeah, it looks wonderful.
Thank you. I would love to show you on my 10-gallon. I just planted a 10-gallon and did a big trim in it. I just trim and replanted a 10-gallon. It's probably about 2 months old. I did a pretty low trim for the first trim.
Okay.
It's pretty fresh though.
Yeah, that's looking okay.
I had a good bit of algae outbreak, green algae. It's starting to die down a little bit.
Good, good. I think you're doing fine.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm 21. I started fish keeping about 2 years ago with a 10-gallon with just rocks and goldfish, and And I started watching your videos, and it definitely opened up my eyes a lot.
Yeah,
Good for
well,
you. Wonderful.
Well, thank you, y'all. I appreciate y'all's time, and y'all keep doing y'all's thing. Y'all are doing awesome things.
Appreciate it.
Y'all have a good evening.
Bye
you
bye.
too. Bye.
Nice.
Mhm.
Oh, I got a picture of, lost it. I don't know if I can show this. Got a picture of Alexander here. This just popped up. Just popped up on my screen.
Oh, cool.
A terrible glare. Let me get past the glare. Well, it just went away. Well,
Oh,
you
no.
have to see a little of it. Yeah. He has been really struggling with his health of late. That's an older picture. But he's doing well. Perfectly flawed as a fish that takes naps in the daytime. A fish with narcolepsy.
Never heard of that.
Imagine
Never heard of that before.
Kenny Foster. And get all these people wrenches. Perfectly flawed. Who else? Kenny. Tony Williams. Is Mopani good? Yes, Mopani is excellent. It's a really good choice.
And that's an interesting question.
What's that?
Rifter wants to know, Father Fish, you got any information on water boatman beetles? I wonder if I could add them to my tank. That's really interesting because I keep catching those every time I go out collecting. That's the main thing I catch.
The big ones are a fish eater.
I was
The
thinking
little
it might
ones are okay. Keep in mind, however, they are a flying insect. And they will fly around your house.
Yeah, I don't think I'm putting them inside.
So if you want beetles flying around your house, go for it. But
Yeah, I think I'm good.
You absolutely can. But don't get the big ones, just the little ones. Adam is getting the Acaras.
Oh, cool.
Any tips? Now they're pretty hardy fish. You shouldn't have a problem with them as long as we can get them to you safely. What I'll probably do is bag them separately rather than as a pair, just to have a better chance of getting them to you safely. Yeah, Corey has a nice pair of them that he got from me. They're wonderful fish, stunningly beautiful fish. The bigger they get, the prettier they get.
Oh, wow.
Alabib 43 gets a wrench. A bunch of new people in.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, just did I get Tony? I did.
Another new person, Papa Streams.
Oh, Christian's here.
Hey, Father Fish.
There he is. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh.
They look like convict babies to me.
I thought I'd come up and show the progress on these green Severin babies. So.
Oh,
they are adorable.
They're green Severin? What are they, Severin?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Oh, pretty.
That's so cool.
Yep, we
Oh no,
lost.
we lost him. Hmm. Maybe he can come back up.
Yeah, there
Oh,
he
there he
is.
is.
Oops.
Nope.
There we go.
Have I not got landscape?
Say
I think
what?
so.
Did I not have it on landscape?
Mm-mm.
Let me look. Yes.
Oh, never mind. It is. Oh, cool.
Nice. Look at that.
Now, I love that tank. That Amazon store with those
That is
babies.
so cool. Yeah.
Perfect place for them to hide.
Yeah. Everything in that tank's a little dirty right now, but I mean they don't never stop digging and spitting sand.
Isn't that? That's wonderful.
They're starting to get a little aggressive with each other, so I think they're getting ready to lay again.
Yeah, and you need to pull as many babies out of there as you want to grow out, because the rest are not going to survive.
Okay.
So if you want to grow out like 10 to 20 or so, then pull that many out. Try to get the bigger ones if there's a difference.
Well, they're
At
pretty
that
much
size, there's not going to be much.
yeah, they're pretty much all the same size. They're
Yeah,
starting
yeah, yeah.
they're starting to get stripes now.
Yeah, they won't differentiate for another couple of weeks. But that's the way to do it. You don't want to try to raise them all.
Okay.
Just as many as you want to work with.
All
And
right.
then let them go again, and they will spawn again. Some of them might survive. I've seen multiple classes in the same tank, so it can happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grow as many of them out as I can. I mean, I may have to send you some of them though.
Well, it's a pretty fish. I like green severums. I like all the severums. They're wonderful fish.
Yeah, these got really dark. I've never seen them this dark, but when they're breeding,
They certainly are. Yeah, that's what threw me when I first saw them. I've never seen them that dark either. How
Yeah,
long are they? How big are they?
they're about 4 inches.
Yeah, okay. That's maturity.
They're less than a year old.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, that jumped up pretty quick.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
must grow pretty fast.
Nice.
Yeah, I was surprised how fast they spawned.
Yeah, really.
But they've been good parents. You know, they've raised them pretty good. They hadn't messed
Right,
with.
right. Most of the cichlids are pretty good parents.
That is
Right
so
out of
cool.
the gun.
I'm watching on the TV, so my camera is I'm a little bit behind. What I'm filming ain't showing up until a few seconds later. But they did the sand the same way as your severums.
I know. They
Yeah, I was
do like
noticing
to move it around, don't they?
I'm glad that I had Echo Complete underneath this sand, or my tank would be dirty now.
Well, it's amazing. Mine's really not, other than the fact that I have a lot of tannins.
Right.
That's been the biggest issue. So, but I think I had 3 large gold females. So I ain't never going to get a spawn out of them.
I'll back it up a little bit so you can see the landscape they've created.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. They do
They'll
that.
definitely do it.
They are earth movers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They do a lot of digging.
But
And they consumed a lot of my plants too. But you know, the swords and the balancinarias, they made it, but everything else got eat up. I had a lot of crypts in here, and they eat those up.
well, they'll eat stem plants because they're softer and more palatable, I guess. They won't eat anubias, and they don't do much with. I see a lot of roots there. That's kind of interesting. that they haven't chewed those roots up.
They move them all the time. They'll grab them and move them and put away. So,
But they got chewing them up. That's interesting. And the sword looks pretty good.
yeah, now I get a lot of black looking like it just looks like dirt on the leaves. And
Yeah.
you can't wipe it off with your fingers. I don't know what to do about that.
Well, it's an algae.
Is there anything that would eat that algae?
Probably, yeah. A pleco or some ottos. Or...
Okay. Well, you got another minute. Ain't nobody else up. I'll show you the 60-gallon grow out that the bettas came out of. I put your stem plant back in. Looks a lot.
Oh, nice.
All right, let me get in there.
Sure.
Hey, one quick question for you, Christian. The floating plants in there, is that water lettuce? We had somebody in the comments wondering what type of plants that you had for floating plants.
Yeah, that's full-size water lettuce.
Wow, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. Oh, wow. That is beautiful.
And I've restocked it with more baby bettas. This time they're Dumbo.
Ooh, nice. That's what I want to get is some Dumbo bettas.
Yeah, they're nice. The daddy is right up here.
Oh, he's beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you. But
yeah, I've been looking for some in my area, but it's harder to find them.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with the stem plant package. It really did a wonder for this tank.
Oh, it will.
Everything came in beautiful, healthy, and took off just as soon as I put it in here.
Yeah, I love the stem plants. They're so easy to grow and just so easy to just go ahead and get started with a planted tank. And
Wait
that
a minute.
betta sorority is amazing. I love the sticker. I gotta do that with mine now.
All right. Well, I just wanted to show y'all that, and I'll get on out of here and let somebody else come up. And I really hope that those fish come in all in good shape.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I can't wait for Father Fish to receive those because I want to see some videos on those because betta sororities is something I always wanted to try, but I haven't done it yet. They're
beautiful. I bred the koi bettas together, and somebody told me I wouldn't get but about 20% koi. But every one of them turned out to be koi, except for a few solid pink ones.
Wow. That is awesome.
This is the water lettuce I've got.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You've got the really big ones.
Yeah. And that stuff grows as bad as duckweed. I mean, I'll put a couple of
does.
And in a few days, I've got tons of babies.
Certainly do.
All right. Well, I'll back on out of here and let somebody else come up.
Thank you, Christian. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, that's beautiful betta sorority.
Oh,
can't wait till your betta sorority comes in. I want to see some videos on them when they do.
Right. Justicia Martinez. Pistachio. Says here in Italy, Pistis stratiotus lettuce leaf is banned. It is most everywhere.
Yeah,
Pond
pretty
snails
much.
only eat live plants if they don't have enough detritus. Yeah, that's right. That's really true. Which is why you don't ever want to get overwhelmed by it, by pond snails, because if they become too populous, then they're just going to start eating all the plants.
Yep.
Papa Streams in Newfoundland. Can't find water lettuce. Oh my. Newfoundland. Gracious. Well, I think it's a bit too tropical.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, out of your pygmy puffer, right? I think that's what I may need to do is move some puffers into some of the tanks that are infested with. We've got a couple. We have a couple of bats that are infested with pond snails. I need to deal with that.
Oh yeah, the pygmy pufferfish. He should take care of the problem in no time.
I think so. Right.
I've yet
to
keep.
What else is going on here? Da dirt.
Yep.
Why are my plant leaves turning brown? Why are my plant leaves turning brown? There are 100 reasons for that. This is really a perfect example of the kind of issue that we deal with on a regular basis in the shoal. Because in the shoal, it's possible to have the time and the accessibility to be able to look at the situation, to have a conversation about it, to study it, do some research, and come up with what's going on. There could be 100 reasons for plant leaves turning brown. And it just really does take putting in the time and effort with somebody who understands the process to be able to figure out exactly what's going on in your aquarium. So I would recommend you join us in the shoal. To get there, go to fatherfish.fish. That's our website that has links for everything Father Fish on it. There are lots of other channels and sites and whatnot, but they're all linked together at fatherfish.fish. You can find the shoal and the store right at the very top. Just click on that and it'll get you to help.
Yeah, well, I got the links to both where you can get them in the chat too.
Okay, so 134 is saying they turn brown, but it seems like new ones grow back. So that's a normal condition for the leaves of plants. Think of a plant as a tree. Now it's not a tree; it's a different kind of plant. But think of it that way, and think of the fact that the leaves on a tree die, all of them. 100% of them die, and then it grows new leaves. It's the same with any plant. The leaves are a tool for the plant. It grows leaves to do a specific job. After a period of time, that leaf is kind of burned out. It may get damaged, it may get old, may get full of dirt, any number of things can happen to the leaf, which will cause the plant to then grow a new leaf. That's how they grow. That's how they live. No plant keeps its leaves forever. All leaves die. All leaves on all plants die. That doesn't mean the plant is dying. It doesn't mean necessarily that there's anything wrong with the plant. That's perfectly and totally normal. So long as it's growing new leaves, then it's doing just fine. I have a call from Minnesota. Father Fish. What? Okay.
And I had it set up for over about a year and 2 months. Very bottom, Father Fish soil and all that. And I got a little bit of kind of like a little bit of green. I don't know what it would be, mold on the dirt a little bit.
Okay. It's just an algae. It's okay. It's not a problem at all. Nothing to worry about.
I didn't know if I had enough water, going through it, circulating it. You know what I mean?
Well, that happens naturally. You don't have an underground filter hooked up, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, you don't want to. No.
Black dirt.
Okay.
Sand.
Okay.
Top of that.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
All my plants I got from you are all doing very, very good.
Wonderful. Okay.
And what I have is two sponge filters in there, and I have two tight back filters in the back of it. Filters, they'll circulate in it.
Yeah.
And then I have a what is that other thing? A evaporator that goes inside your I can't think of the name.
Wave maker.
Yeah, I got one of them in there too.
Okay.
But I was just wondering about it. Just noticed that green mold on that kind of like that.
Yeah, it's an algae. It's perfectly normal.
Okay. Now I got some little critters I got going in there swimming around.
Wonderful. Well, that's good news.
I got some leaves out of Mississippi.
Okay. Cool.
Up here in
Minnesota. Yes.
Yeah. And I really like the system. I really do.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I have a 30-gallon X, and I got a 40-gallon X with the dirt bottom, and I got a 5-gallon. I got the Dreamer. I got a 5-gallon.
Well, all right. All right. We've got about 100 people who've been sharing this conversation with you. We're live right now on YouTube.
I got it on YouTube right now. I'm watching it right now.
Oh, okay. So you're on. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That's funny.
That is.
So he was there.
That is too funny.
Let's see, E134, a question about new fish received from some of the very skinny seem not to be getting better. Okay, it may not be a parasite. It may be that, it's hard to say it could be a parasite. It may be that they have been starved for a long enough period of time that their gut biome is damaged. They just need to, if you got them in with other fish so that they can eat the waste from other fish, that will restore their gut biome. That does happen fairly commonly. There's not much you can do other than put them with other fish. Now, if there's a parasite, you will have evidence of it. It won't just be a sunken belly. It'll be other things as well, like a worm coming out of its anus or dying or something that'll evidence a parasite. Try feeding live foods if you can get some Daphnia or some food web culture, something like that. You can scrape a frozen shrimp, a raw shrimp with a knife to get tiny little pieces. That's a wonderful food for small fish. Just the scrapings from a frozen shrimp. So you might try that as well. All right, how are we doing here? We're down to about 10 minutes.
Yep.
Minutes. Generally, a sunken belly does not mean parasite. It does mean they're not getting the kind of nutrient that's helping them. So you might try live food, or as I suggested, scraping some kind of seafood, fish or shrimp. Shrimp is the easiest one. You can buy one shrimp for about $1.25, and it'll last you a month feeding all of your fish the best possible quality food. Just by feeding them tiny amounts that you've scraped off of it. Billy D says his neon Danios will not stop making babies. Well, glory. That's a problem too many people wish they had.
That's a pretty good problem to have, though.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Neon Danios, no less. The Billy D. Christian says, the Billy D. The very one and only. Billy D says, tank based on all your ideas.
That's awesome.
A lot of ideas there. I don't know, Billy D. A lot of ideas there. E134 makes sense what you said about them being starved because they bought them from, guy who bought them from said he avoided overfeeding when he had them to avoid his water clouding. Yeah, could be. Could very well be. Crayfish tails, yep, cooked or fresh. Fresh, raw. You want anything like that you feed, you want raw. Fish don't like to cook their food. They like to eat their food raw.
Right.
They are not a fire bringer. It wouldn't work at all.
That's too funny. A first world problem, says Rickard. What is it? Starving fish. I mean, how are we doing here? Anybody else? We got time for one more. If somebody else wants to jump in. Happy to have you. Absolutely.
Corey said I'll pop on and show a nice little 20 hex next time. Green flame and tiger barbs. Nice. Yeah, Corey's moving into a new home and it's going to have a fish room. So
oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'll be wonderful. He's really kind of getting nutsy about fish. Definitely has the bug.
Don't we all?
Really. Merton crayfish infestation in the Netherlands. Well, you need to create a market for them. The Louisiana crawfish boil. You need Louisiana crawfish boil in the Netherlands. A Netherlands crawfish boil.
You have to look up some recipes
That'll
for
take
some
care of it.
jambalaya.
Yeah, you just need set traps out. You can control them.
Oh,
They are eminently controllable. Doom pie. Such a redneck thing to say, says River.
You don't know me very well yet. I'm a
I dare
full-blooded
say. I ought. Sorry for my ignorance. Is the American crayfish, the Tentacus fish, just to comprehend, no idea. Connect this fish. I don't know. That's a good question. There are crayfish all over the world. But they come in different forms, different kinds of shrimp, as well as crabs. I mean, there are crayfish that look like shrimp. Shrimp with claws. Christian B, I've got 3 fish rooms: bedroom, living room, and laundry room.
Love it. Now that's a thought. Put a fish tank in the laundry room. I love that. That is the best idea I've heard yet, and I hope my husband's watching because that's the next place I want to put a fish tank now.
Well, you cook them. Cook them, damn pie. Cook them. You know, if it's illegal to catch and transport them, then they must want them to take over.
Right.
Because the only way to control them is to catch them and transport them to a pot where they can be boiled.
Right.
Otherwise, you don't control them. They take over. A lot of these laws are just based on, I don't even think they're based on ignorance. I think it's a deliberate effort to destroy the environment with so-called environmental laws that are no such thing. I'm more and more convinced that the people doing this are not ignorant. They're geniuses, evil geniuses.
Right.
So we're going to wind up shutting this down with another rat. I ain't going to do that.
I don't blame you, though.
That was last week, right? Legal to use traps. That's terrible, Jim Pie. It's people ignorant. Why in the world would they do that? Why prevent catching them and removing them when they're infesting the environment? That's the height of something not just dumb, but demonic.
Yeah, it is.
Why are they demanding that these critters actually do take over the environment? They're requiring it. They're insisting upon it.
Yeah.
They're preventing the populace from doing anything at all to control it. Why? You might ask why. Any fish I can add that'll eat duckweed, but not my scud culture. Well, that's really interesting, Darkwater.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Well, golly. You know, anything, it's okay if it eats, it's okay. Here's the thing. Anything that's going to eat duckweed, like, for example, crayfish will eat duckweed. They're not going to eat scuds because they can't catch them. They'll eat the leaves, but all they're really doing is breaking it down more for the scuds. So crayfish would be okay. What you don't want is like goldfish that will eat the duckweed, but also slurp up the scud culture. So you don't want fish in there, but any kind of invert, almost any invert will be beneficial. Always room for one more tank. That's right. Mother Nature always wins. You bet. You bet. All righty. I think we're down to it here.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see. So we got the song up. Can Can you get it up real quick?
Let's see if I can get it up real quick.
Love
Oh,
my
there we go.
little fishes.
There we go. Let her
As they
go.
swim about their home. I love
Love to
my
be with you
little
all.
fishes.
Wonderful guys.
As they swim about their
See you Sunday,
home.
6
When the
o'clock
sunlight
Sunday.
shines upon them,
Love
and their
y'all.
colors
Good night,
begin
all.
to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishies as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.